Hi, Lauren. I'm going to run through this live with you, so please bear with the painful as I try and figure things out for you. Basically, what I did is open up a copy of Vesper in Expression Web, and we'll see what we can do here. So let me just run through. I'm just going to pull up a blank page here for a sec and throw your questions. How do I adjust the graphic logo downwards? How to better align the graphic logo with the tagline, and there's a way to reduce the header space. Let's start with the header space first. Let's figure out why it is as tall as it is. Okay, so there's our graphic logo. There's our span 4 and our graphic logo. Website name is there and tagline is there. Okay, what we need to do, see the website name has a blank H3 in it, then a P tag. Okay, that's going to be you will need to you're going to need to remove that. But let me just see if there's anything else in the website name that there it is there. So basically we're going to have to open up our website name. So do this first. Open up your shared, open up your website name, flip it to code view and get rid of this. Make sure there's nothing, make sure there's just the opening and closing body tag. That will reduce the header. Okay, so that's sort of part number one. That's also going to push this way up here. Okay, and at that point you may not want to push the logo down too much further. But let's take a look at the graphic logo. It also has a class which you can fiddle around with. Here's the graphic logo right here. It's in styles line 67. So if you were to go to your site, your styles, and line 67 is where we're going to find the style for the graphic logo. Okay, what you need to do here is you're going to have to add a margin. Okay, and if you want to push it down from the top of the page, typically you're going to, or sorry, padding, and I think padding top, type that in there, and maybe go with like 30px or something and play around with the number until you get it there. Okay, and also you can do the same with the tagline below it. You see how it has a margin here? Well, that's a margin of 30 pixels from the right. Think of the margins as this is 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So this one here, being 9 o'clock, being the left margin, pushes the tagline 30 pixels further over. Well, you can also adjust you can use negative margins and whatnot to adjust the positioning of the tagline, right? If I can try and demonstrate, I don't know if I'm going to have any success here, but where's our margin right here? Margin top. So let's get rid of that for a second, and then we can, let's say I want to move I can use a negative 50px, and that moves the tagline up. You see how it closed the thing down? Yeah, it actually moved the tagline. Oh, I should have applied it to the H4. That's why. Anyways, we may need a little bit of special styling, but I'm going to suggest before we carry on is get rid of the website name, like I showed you there in this page here. Just make sure that's blank. Once that's gone, that's going to eliminate a bunch of stuff in the way here, and then we can really start to fine-tune things from that point on. And we may even want to position the logo and the graphic logo absolutely so you have total control. Because what you can actually do is this little trick here. You can see the position of relative, you can change that to absolute. Okay, and then you don't have to worry about paddings. What you can do is you go top, 30px, left, 50px. Okay, so now you've used absolute positioning. The only thing you need to do here is when we do that, I just have to see what that's inside. The graphic logo is inside a span 4. Okay, so, and the same with the website name and the tagline. Okay, that's a good thing, because what we can do then is, I would say right up here, just type in dot span 4 position relative. Okay, and what we're doing is the parent tag for your graphic logo, your website name, and your tagline. The parent tag for all of those things is the span 4 tag. Okay, and you position that relative, and then the rest of the bits and pieces here you can position absolutely. The only thing is, and the reason we didn't do that is because when you use absolute positioning, that means the main container, this whole header thing, requires a height. Okay, so this whole upper piece here is going to require a height, and we'll have to adjust for that as well. But one thing at a time. Let's get rid of the website name and see how that works for you to start with.